my kitchen. He was trying to talk me out of work and into going fishing. Then he wiggled his nose and we were up in a tree stand. A 10-point buck in front of me and a rifle in my hand. And I said, Mike, are you some kind of Cajun Santa? He said, no, son, you're just dreaming that you've died and gone to Louisiana.
Today we're fishing with the infamous, world-famous Jody Donewar and Stan the Man. That's Stan Mathis. He's the Director of Economic Development and Tourism for Plaquemines Parish. What a job. Plaquemines Parish is really the key to Sportsman's Paradise, and Stan does a great job. Let's go fishing.
Tell me, those white trout, I normally don't keep them. Are they get mushy or what?
The secret to it, Jody, is if you really want to do it right, when you put them in the ice chest, you make like a slush. You put a layer of ice on the bottom. Oh, I missed him. You put a layer of ice on the bottom and then throw some water on it.
Yeah.
And then, you know, 1 or 2 layers of white trout, more ice, a little bit more water. As long as you keep it cold, beautiful fish. Now, I wouldn't freeze them.
Right.
But eat them fresh, you can't tell the difference. They're wonderful. Speckled trout fights and a redfish fights, but ounce for ounce, pound for pound.
Yeah.
A white trout will outfight either one of them. When you catch a pound white trout, you think you got a 3-pound speckled trout on the line.
Is that right?
If you're taking kids fishing, there were some kids at the rig and another boat on Saturday when we were fishing, and these 2 little boys, 8, 9 years old, you would have thought they were catching whales.
His kids can fish, boy, I tell you, and they're about that age.
Usually when we come on these fun trips and I'm not working, I usually bring Lexi, my lab, but I hadn't been bringing it because it's been too hot. Look at that, that's nice.
Watch yourself, Michael.
This is a good fish.
Don't worry about me.
Well, I'll tell you what, this fish was fighting like he was twice the size. He's a nice fish.
That's a nice fish.
He was fighting like he was twice this size. Father and son doubled up. I tell you what, guys, it's just too easy right now. I mean, this is just too easy.
I hate it when it's slow, Jody.
You know, I got clients coming back out for the next couple of days, and they just gonna be a stat. Ow! Just talking about that. Ow! Oh man, that hurt.
Hey, look, if you're coming with Jody, you might want to wear a cup, okay?
Jody,
Oh,
you want to use those.
oh.
That's what they
Oh man, he got me good. Oh,
Just wear an athletic supported cup, okay? You'll be all right. You guys know what we're talking about. You got to go in there.
Oh God, he got me.
He missed it, and I reel it in, and it came back
Now,
far.
if that's a trout, you got a mule. You might want to net this one, guys. What do you think?
If he's
All
a
right,
trout.
coming. Tell me when you hurt.
You don't want to lose a big one.
Oh, I'm hurting. Jesus, he got me good.
Coming to your side. Whoa, come here, boy. Yo, look at that trout. That's the $50 fish.
Good fish. Good trout. I didn't know what size line you hit on there, so I'll never eat.
Nice fish.
This with a 30-pound shock leader.
The other day, oh, I didn't know it, but Mike had one on his bait cast, and I didn't know Mike had 10-pound test. We got a girl on reeling one in on Mike's rod. It's 10-pound test, and I don't know it. The trout's like 4 pounds, and I try to whip it over the side because I think he's got about 20-pound test on there. And the fish pops off, and the girl screams, and I'm like, oh no. I said, what pound test? So Daddy goes, 10.
Yeah.
I said,
I'm a sportsman.
Well, I tell you, it don't take long. As soon as it gets out there, it makes a little drift to the left, 2 or 3 feet, and it's down. We haven't seen a 4-pound fish yet this morning.
Nope. Seen some
Or
solid
better.
2.5s.
But we got some fine ones, though, I'm telling you.
Classic fret and sound trout. It's like they stamp them out of a mold.
It's like they come out of a mold. Oh, that's a nice one, Brandon. So what we're using is we have 12-pound tests on our reels. But the key to pulling them over the side and not only using a net is your shock leader. I'm a little overkill on my shock leader. I use a 40-pound test. I do it for two reasons. Number one, they won't chew your hook off as fast during the day. And number two, when you get them up over the side of the boat, you won't break the line, break the leader. And number three, if they rub you on anything under the water or on your boat, they won't cut your leader as easily.
I'm telling all the time. If I could pass a basketball like I can do a speckled trout, I'd be in good shape.
I pass frogs like that. I lay on the bottom,
God, look at that. As soon as you hit the water, it's
with my
gone.
hands and pass them to my wife behind my back.
I mean, as soon as it hit the water, the cork never came up. I'm throwing in the same spot every cast, and it's like they're just waiting in line for it and hit the water.
Gino, we wish you were here.
Gino, we miss you, man.
Oh man, I miss y'all too, man. Mike locked me up here in this little dock room and give me some trout, raw trout. I've been eating raw trout and drinking Lake Punch Train water.
Yep, I'd like to have you in the water with the underwater camera right now, watching these fish come to the boat on film, getting that on camera.
Well, my favorite with Gino is when he does the somersault. I was wondering if he could do a somersault out here in the boat.
Plaquemines, Parish.
I want to do the somersaults.
Gino, you know, I shoot a lot of shows with Mike out here, and it's a lot of fun. And I'm just impressed with the work that Gino does, editing all the film and just putting in the background music.
I'm going a little nuts here, as you see.
And the excitement in the background, it just makes the show. Gino, great job. Thanks, man. We love you.
It's a good fish. Right here on the side, right here. Here he comes. It's like a torpedo. You get him around. Come to me. There you go. In the boat.
Brandon's hooked up too. Everybody's hooked up. We're tripling up every cast. Tripled up. I got one. Stan's got one. Brandon's got one.
Mike's gonna catch one with the camera in a minute.
I'm telling you.
They are so active and so strong this time of year.
Brandon's got a pretty one. Nice one. They all pretty.
Their metabolism right now is just on fire.
We actually got a couple of guys still throwing live shrimp, and a couple of us actually switching over to tight line and some hybrid flurries on a jig head. This one bit my hook off, but I've caught a bunch of fish on that line, and I don't have a shock lead. I've just got 15-pound trout. This counter's great. I'm gonna hit this number one 58 times right now, because we got 58 fish. Add to that number. And then I can hit number two is at 0. That would be my redfish. And number 3, of course, would be my drums, if we would catch drums. Real nice device, about 20 bucks. You can't beat it.
This fish right here, I want to say hello to my wife, Courtney, and my father-in-law, Mr. Keith. Courtney, I love you. Mr. Keith, thanks for giving me the day off.
Hey, Sandra, I know you at work cooking at the restaurant today. When is today anyway? Thursday?
Thursday.
Today's Thursday. White beans and rice today with pork chops. Man, I could eat some of that out here. Think maybe you could run me a plate out here,
There
Sam?
you go. Let's go. Bring a few plates.
Think you could bring us about 4 plates of those white beans and rice and pork chops out here today?
Now, where's that at? Where's she work?
Donwar's Superette and Diner, 938 Hancock Street, Gretna, Louisiana.
There you
2
go.
minutes from the Crescent City Connection Bridge connecting Gretna and New Orleans.
So we're back on them, folks, after a break in the action.
Ooh, this one's taking a drag.
With bananas in my boat. And we had the bananas in the boat.
Yeah.
And when the day was over, he says, God, man, we can bring the bananas again next time. A lot of people are real
This is a nice
superstitious
trout.
about that.
Don't worry about me.
A lot of people are real superstitious about that. Come on down to Plaquemines Parish, Louisiana, and get you some of these.